Hey everybody, Dwight with Dwight Writes back again with another episode. Today I want to talk about what you write about. For me, I've always liked puzzles and riddles, and as you can see, I've got all my Nancy Drew and Hardy Boys are over there. I used to love puzzles and riddles and mysteries, and life for me was all about solving those things. So as I grew up, those things were just part of who I was. And what I got excited in and what I went after. So write what you like. A lot of us, we try to write what's popular, or we see what's trending, and so we try to follow that trend. I encourage you, you are the best person to tell your story, the story that you want to tell. Write it how you want it in the beginning. Editing might change that, and that's okay. Sometimes editing needs to be changed to be more clear about things. I know, boy, through the editing process, it's been really difficult to change my story because I thought it was great at the beginning, but the editing changes that and makes it even better. But ultimately, you have to know what you write. I work with youth and teens most of my career, and I find that people see through when you're not authentic. And so write what you're passionate about, and I think that shines through in your writing. You write the story you want to write, but do what you're excited. If you're a teacher, write a kid's book. If you're like for me, it was puzzles and riddles. It was a no-brainer to write and integrate puzzles, riddles, and the things like that, because that's what I loved to write about, and it's what I knew. So whatever it is that you're passionate about, write it. It's your vision, it's your dream. So make sure that when you are writing, you don't let anybody tell you what to write about. It's okay to take constructive criticism. But for me, Bixby Timmons, the story of Bixby Timmons was going to be about a teenager because that's who I work with as a youth pastor. The story about technology, I love technology. I always had the newest and latest video games. So it was something that I wanted to be in there. And the idea that it was right now, it could happen. Teens could, if Bixby got published and it was in a movie, they could go to that movie and say, wow, this could really happen to me. And so I wanted that realism there. For me, that was an important part. Puzzles and riddles have always been something I love. I love when my students come to me and like, hey, I've got a new riddle. And I love to try to figure it out and solve with them. The book reflects that. Bixby Timmons goes through and she's solving puzzles and riddles. And in solving those puzzles and riddles, she moves throughout the book. You can stop and solve them with her, or you can just read 2 more paragraphs and it's solved with it. Again, I don't want to give you away too much, but you write what you're going to write. And so that's how I got started. I got so passionate about putting all of that stuff on paper. My wife encouraged me, Dwight, you're really good at puzzles and riddles. And I even did a charity challenge with riddles and gave away some money for people that solved one of my riddles anonymously many, many years ago. I think that was in 2014. And so it was a no-brainer to write off of those riddles because it was something that I'm so passionate about. So please, please, please stick to your passions. You know the story best. It's your story. Integrate who you are and tell the best story that you know how to tell, and everything else will fall in place. I promise you, everything else falls in place if you're okay to be flexible with criticism, okay to be a little bit flexible with how to edit things and how things can sound better, how they can flow better. Be okay with that. Ultimately, your story will shine through. And with that, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so that we can keep doing these for you and continue on through the Bixby Timmons book series as it gets ready to launch, but then also just talk to you real about being a writer and being the struggles of writing and the hardship of writing so that you too can avoid the pitfalls I do. So again, remember, hit that like and subscribe button below if you want to see more of these videos. And remember, keep on writing, keep that pen to paper, and you tell your story. Until next time, catch you later, guys.